Okay, I did not even get a chance to say, in case we have any problems, I will reload as soon as I can. It didn't even give me a full minute. Unbelievable. I guess they don't want me to talk about panic buying, right? Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. So, yeah, take two that fast. We didn't even get a minute in on the first one. Okay, so I'm going to say this really quickly with this one. If there is an issue with this stream, if they kick us out again, okay, please, please, please just make sure to be patient. I will be right back on as soon as I can. I actually had issues getting back in here the second time. I had to screw around a little bit to try to even get back in. Unbelievable with the games that are being played. It's very, very scary. Yeah, here we go again. Exactly. So anyway, let me go back and say what I was going to say before here. I hope everybody had a good weekend. It was very nice here at the homestead today. Really sunny, so that was nice. It was a nice change from all the snow that we've had, and we did get some stuff melting here today as well. So we're going to be talking about different things. We're going to be talking about panic buying. We're going to be talking about what you should be doing, how you should be reacting, the whole 9 yards. So we're going to get into all that, okay? So just hang with me for a second. I'm going to ask everybody. Yeah, YouTube was fast with that one, Joe M. Yeah, they hammered me real quick. Like I said, we didn't even get a minute into that stream, and they hammered us. So anyway, this is a very family-friendly oriented channel. So please keep your comments clean. Be decent to each other in the chat. No racism, no nastiness, please. Because if you do, my awesome moderators will boot you out of the chat. Okay, so please be respectful of everybody in the chat. All right. So that being said, wow, that was quick. I was like, literally, we were a minute into that, and it was boom, gone already. So, all right, a lot of interesting stuff going on. And I just I'm going to bring this up because somebody just sent me this information, and it had Dr. Drew was just on. I just watched a clip it from what he said. And hold on, I'm going to have with my new cool mug. Dr. Drew got on there, and he was talking about all the false information and all the misinformation, and how more people are dying from the flu. Hey, Uper Viking, thank you for all your hard work. Thank you very much, and thank you for the donation. And I've got it right this time, Uper. So anyway, he was on there doing the mantra, saying there's nothing to worry about. More people are dying from the flu. More people died in Los Angeles on the streets this morning that have died from the virus, today, and all these type of things. And you're feeling a cat walking on the bed. That's why the bed was shaking, and he just went up on the boxes. So anyway, feeding the mantra. But my thought would be, if we were being given the true numbers and how many of the recent flu deaths were actually coronavirus deaths, that would be an interesting question in my part. You know what I mean? And what is the real information? Again, they're trying to keep everybody calm. They're saying, be calm. It's not a big deal. Everything is okay. But their actions say differently. Okay. And that's where I'm at with a lot of what is going on. The actions of the governments, not just the United States, but the different governments around the world. Of course, we're all controlling the whole thing. Okay. They're trying to control everything. But if you look at what they're doing, they are doing things that are unprecedented. Okay. An example of something unprecedented. Okay. You have St. Louis University just called back kids that were in 3 different parts of Italy were on overseas studies. It's a total of 15 kids. They're saying that these kids weren't exposed to the coronavirus, but who knows? Okay. They're calling them back, getting them out of the country. One of my subscribers has a child in France, and her and I had talked on the phone, and her husband was in the background, and they were like, should I pull my child out? And I said at the time, I'm like, well, you probably should wait. And again, my advice to them would be, get your child home, get your daughter home, because if things continue to get worse, you're going to see things get worse. And so, that's something to think about. Okay. Really, really something to think about. While we're already at 1.6 in here, guys, If we could throw a thumbs up, I see we're only like 360 on a thumbs up. If you could shoot a thumbs up to show support for the channel, I absolutely would appreciate it. And also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get all notifications as well. Okay. But I'm getting off track a little bit. I want to get back on track. Title of the first video before it got squashed: panic buying has started in the U.S. Okay, I saw this coming. I've been talking about it for weeks, to be honest with you. And I'm not saying, oh, well, I'm so smart, I'm so intelligent, look at what I can, it's not what I'm saying. You see what's going on, you see what's happening around the world, and you really kind of put two and two together. You have to read through the BS that we're being fed. Okay, that's important as well. We need to read through the BS. Hey, Hunter Davis. Tired of YouTube and their games. Me too, my friend. Me too. And thank you very much for that donation. I do appreciate it. Hey, David A. Penn said this morning in the news that, hold on a second. Let me just go back so I can read that. In the news, we have adequate test kits to test and expect the numbers of positive cases to rise. This is a mess. You're right. And David, thank you very much for that donation as well. You're 100% right. And then they're going around saying that we shouldn't be buying masks. That it's not, that we shouldn't buy masks. And it's like, and everything is fine. Well, yeah, I'm going to believe that, so there's so much BS going on. Follow their actions. What are they doing? What is happening with the different governments around the world? Okay. When you have things going on, okay, more people are dying from the flu. I keep hearing that one. Love that. It's my favorite. More people are dying from the flu. Well, if we're given accurate numbers of what's going on, I wonder what that would be. Hey, GRYYZLE, and I do not know how to say that. Enjoy your work. Funny story. I started prepping. Hold on a second. I want to make sure I read your comment. I started prepping months ago. My wife thought I was crazy. When I started prepping months ago, now she's relieved that I have. And that's awesome, and I'm glad. And you know what? And that's realistically, a lot of people will always be negative when you start to prep. They're always going to say negative things because, number one, they're too lazy to do it themselves or won't do it themselves for whatever reasons. They'll justify a million times why they will not get ready. A million times they'll justify it, okay? But if you look at things realistically, it is just so much smarter to be ready for whatever, be it this event, be it the next event, whatever it may be. Hey, Christian, no way to know true numbers because we don't have test kits. Exactly. They're not being able to test people, so we don't know what the true numbers are going to be. And now new people are, Rhode Island just had their first confirmed case. So what else? There was something else that I was going to. Now, I think the number in the U.S. is now up to 76 cases in the U.S. But again, I love it when everybody is saying, everything is fine. There's nothing to worry about. This is not as bad as, the flu. Just wash your hands, do this, do that, do the other thing. Okay. I just saw another article where somebody was saying, instead of shaking hands, do a fist bump. In an elevator, touch the numbers on an elevator with your knuckle and not your finger, because we don't put our knuckles in our eyes. We put our fingers in our eyes. Okay. So that actually, I thought that was really good advice. The other thing he was saying was, like, when you're at the gas pump, make sure they always got the paper towels at the gas pumps. Grab that paper towel and use that. Hey, John Snyder. Hold on a second. Odin bless you, Ed. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And we got Joe Smith. I have type 2 diabetes. I'm 36 and work out 3 to 4 times a week. Am I in serious danger? I wouldn't say no, not in that aspect. I mean, if the insulin dries up, then you're in danger, okay? But, if you are not compromised, the one thing that is definitely true with this virus, if you have a compromised immune system, it is much more deadly for people with compromised immune systems. Okay, it's going to affect the elderly a lot more. Okay, younger people, like you're 36, and if you're working out 3 to 4 days a week and you're just an insulin dependent person, you should be fine as long as you can still get insulin. What people are failing to realize, and this is something too that I wanted to bring up. There's a lot of things. I'm going to jump around tonight, guys, so just bear with me. What a lot of people are not really realizing, maybe some people are starting to grasp it, but I'm not 100% sure if they are really truly are, is the fact that the supply chain is already being disrupted, okay? And it will continue to be disrupted. Hey, Jason, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Supply chain is being disrupted already. Supplies are not being made. Things are not being made. And we get so many of our supplies, guys, from China. We've screwed ourselves. When we shipped all our manufacturing overseas because it was cheap labor, we screwed ourselves. So, we really need to get on that ball and really never put ourselves in this position to be so reliant on a foreign country. Maybe this is a wake-up call. Maybe this is a good thing. Hey, Kate MC. Hold on one second. My reply to more people die from the flu is yeah, but not 20% of the people that get the flu have to be hospitalized in serious condition. That's what disrupts the entire medical service. You know what? And that's a great thing to tell people, and you're right. And thank you very much for that donation as well. I do appreciate it. When you have a percentage of people that get the flu, and then you have a lot more people that get this virus end up in the hospital, again, you're talking hospitals being overwhelmed. And here's another scary thing. I want you guys to think about this too, especially all my healthcare workers out here. Hold on a second. Pronounce the same as grizzly. Oh, okay. All right. The bear, by the way, LOL. Helpful hint for all. Check out companies that supply businesses for masks and respirators. Yes, exactly. And thank you, Grizzly, for the donation as well. I didn't know when that came up there. I'm like, I'm not even going to try to say that. Hey, Chicken Little. Shelves in Colorado in my area empty. Panic buying. We're going to get into that here very, very shortly. We're going to talk about the panic buying. And thank you very much for that donation as well. Healthcare workers. I was going to get back to that. 2 healthcare workers in California have now tested positive for the coronavirus. Okay, dealing with the person in California that had it. I want my healthcare workers, because I'm a nurse, even though I'm retired, I'm always going to be a nurse. Hey, Tam, let's see. Hold on one second. My bug out was compromised and my preps are all but useless. I lost 95% of what I had. I need to buy a lot of stuff. All in one go ideas. All in one. Oh man. That's a hard call depending on what you need. If you need to redo everything, see, that's terrible. That's why the rule of 2 is so important, guys. 2 is 1 and 1 is none. That is a SEAL term. 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So you have one thing and then it's gone. It's gone. Guys, if we're at 2.6 in here now, wow, that's a new record too. If you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, please make sure you shoot a thumbs up to show support for the channel. I would appreciate that. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you can get all notifications as well. All right, so anyway, I wanted to talk about this, getting back. I know I keep getting distracted with the comments, but I want to make sure I acknowledge the people, especially if they're doing a super chat. So I do apologize for getting off course all the time. But for my nurses out there, for my other healthcare workers, your phlebotomist, your x-ray techs, your people, janitorial staff, your kitchen staff, anybody that's working in a hospital, secretaries, the whole group of you, okay? Please be careful. Think of yourselves first. If this thing continues to get worse, I don't want to get it, I'm sure a lot of other people don't want to get this virus. So, that's something to think about. You need to think of your families first, because if it gets to be severe, if they've been lying to us all along, okay, now let's look at it from this context. They've been lying to us all along about the death rate and the number of people that are dying, okay, and how many people are dying. I just saw today, I get a lot of information, guys, so I'm trying to, process things and share with you what I got. I got a thing today that said when a city in China was ordered to destroy their documentation on their numbers and stuff for the virus in their province or whatever the city was. So what does that tell you? They're trying to hide stuff, okay? It tells me that the numbers are much, much higher. They are much, much more concerned than they're trying to tell us, because people are scared, and they should be. Hey, JELUFM, healthcare workers infected will crash the system. You're right, because if you're nurses and doctors and those people are sick and dying, we know doctors have died in China. We know nurses have died in China. Who takes care of you then when that skilled set of people are not there? I mean, that's something really, really something that's scary. And at what point, as doctors and nurses, do we bail? Belan Poor, The Eyes of Darkness, Dean Koontz talks about Wuhan. Hold on a second. The Wuhan virus will come quick as it came and will vanish as quick as well. Well, yeah, I saw that was in that book. I think that's absolutely 100% coincidental. It's unfortunate, but it's coincidental in that I don't think that, he had any kind of insight with that at all. Hey, Senile Traveler, psychotropic meds in China supply chain disrupted. Hold on. Also, impending chaos. Yep. All right. So let's actually, before we get I'm going to try to focus on one thing here for a minute, guys. Okay. So let's talk about panic buying real quick. All right. We got a lot of people in here, guys. So I'm getting hammered on here, which is great. I don't mind. Believe me, I don't mind. Panic buying has started. You see it in Seattle. There was videos in different places as well, showing people lined up outside of stores with carts. You had Marfugal News did videos on it. Okay. So he showed information on it as well. Again, and that's another thing. If you haven't got a chance to get over and support Marfugal News, please do so. Good guy. Highly recommend him. Tell him Prepper Nurse 1 sent you. Show him some love. Okay. And I will be on his show again Thursday. It'll be the 4th Thursday in a row. He asked me to come back again just because, with everything that's going on, he asked me to come back and I told him that I would. So I will be on his show again this Thursday coming up. Okay. So anyway, with the panic buying, I think it's going to get worse. That is absolutely my opinion. Hey, Gary, thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. This is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. As this thing continues to accelerate, which I believe that it will, that's my opinion, of course, you're going to see more and more people waking up going, oh my God, this is the real deal. We better do something about it. Unfortunately, what we've had happen in our country and other countries around the world, you've had a lot of these different bugs that have come through, okay? And this is what I want people to think about too. Hey, Chris B., Florida Health Department now monitoring 150, hold on one second, 150, their labs in Jacksonville, Miami, and Tampa. Labs approved test independently, source of Fox News in Tampa. Wow, thank you very much for that information. Yeah, that's kind of scary. And thank you very much for that donation as well. I do appreciate that. As more people wake up, you're going to see more panic buying. So we have been, okay, so I got back on point. I know what I'm going to say. We have been, with a lot of these viruses that come down the pipe. Hey, Brian, hold on a second. Take the number of flu deaths in coronavirus 19. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but thank you very much for that donation. I appreciate that. I'm not sure what you meant. I know that it's much more than they're giving us the numbers for. I definitely know that. The problem is we've had a lot of different things come through the pipe. N1H1, SARS, all these different things. And so people think, oh, this is just another nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. But what they're not paying attention to, the governments around the world haven't done what they have done with this virus. Okay. That's what you need to think about. The steps that are being taken. You got what a lot of people don't understand, and they really don't get when they're thinking about the whole process of this whole thing. The amount of money that's being spent. Hey, Tam, biofiltration, water filtration. Hold on one second. And just about all my food, I have 1K to drop now in one bulk purchase. Needing links or vendors, still have my seeds. As far, you'd have to spread that around. Definitely get a water filtration is going to be a huge thing. So you got to have that first. Then you need to have food, buy in bulk, get your rice, your beans, those staples first. That's what I would focus on first, because you can go a lot of bang for your buck with that. You know exactly what you need, but I would, like I said, water would be the number one thing. Having water filtration is going to be a huge thing. So hopefully you focus on that first. Food would be second. Those would be the two top priorities, and then other supplies as you went with that. And thank you very much for that donation as well. I do appreciate that. Holy cow, we got 3K in the chat, guys. That's definitely a new record. So anybody that's new on here, thank you very much for being here. If you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, guys, please do so to show support for the channel. And I do appreciate that. And again, I'll say it again because we're up to 3,000. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you so much for the support. And guys, thank you so much for the donations so far as well. I do appreciate that as well. But again, getting back to what I was saying, you know, we really need to pay attention to what these governments around the world are doing. The steps they're taking this time far outweigh any other steps that have done before. When you have governments closing borders, quarantining cities, quarantining parts of your country. Hey, Asia, hold on one second. A multiple purpose respirator works instead of an N95. You're right, exactly. Very good point, and thank you very much for that donation. Let's see. President of, hold on one second. Hold on, guys. President said female died in Washington, male, 2 deaths. Oh, the female did die now. Yeah, I know she was on a respirator, so I thought that was just going to be a matter of time. So that would make 2 deaths in the United States now, which is, like I said, it's only going to go. That's 2 confirmed deaths. Let's reiterate that. Let's make sure we're saying that right. There's a lot more cases in the U.S. than they are letting on. I guarantee you that there is a lot more cases here than they are saying. So we need to pay attention to those things. We really, really do. Again, lots of panic buying going on. A lot of people starting to wake up and get scared, and they should be. Okay, they keep trying to downplay it. Whatever they're when they're doing these things, you need to look at what else they're doing. Did you see them drop $8 billion into SARS when SARS happened back in 2003? Did you see that happen? Did you see borders being closed? Did you see travel restrictions? Did you see flying restrictions from certain countries, not letting people from certain countries in? And if they do come in, they have to go into a quarantine. You haven't seen these things. Hey, Donna Smith, 1 person dead yesterday hold on a second. Equals panic buying. What happens when the deaths are 10, 20, and 50? Yeah, exactly. Keep up the awesome work, Tim just said. Thank you very much, Tim, as well. And thank you both for the donation. I do appreciate that. As the numbers grow, people are going to lose their minds. They're going to lose their minds. And this is what I want you guys to think about. So I'm going to encourage you on something here for a minute, okay? If you're going to go shopping, don't go shopping with the crowd. I went nowhere today. I went nowhere yesterday. On the weekends, you're going to have everybody and their brother out. If you're going to go shopping, a lot of 24-hour stores go late at night or very, very early in the morning, one of the two. Won't be as big a crowd. You won't have to deal with a lot of people. Do you really want to be out there with hundreds of people that you don't know where they've been? Hey, Grizzly, how much longer do you think before the U.S. has, hold on a second, has mass quarantines? Thank you for, I'll get to that in just a second. When medical personnel stop wearing masks, then I will stop wearing mine. Exactly. Anthony James just said that. And I agree with you 100%. And thank you both for the donations as well. I think you're going to see quarantines coming as things continue to accelerate. When you're seeing unknown cases, which we are seeing now, of the virus popping up here, there, and the other place, you're going to start seeing those things happen. Hey, Yopper. At the end of the day, or Youper, I'm sorry. I said it wrong again. I can't believe I keep saying that wrong. It's Youper Viking. At the end of the day, you have to go with your gut, not the news and not the government. What is going to help you sleep is at night. Exactly. You better go with your gut. If your gut is telling you guys, get ready, then get ready. If you're listening to people like myself and other people like myself, and they're telling you to get ready, you should be doing it. The government is going to try to keep things as calm as they can for as long as they can until they can't do it anymore. They know what will happen when panic sets in. They already know. There will be a rush on the stores. There's already rushes on stores in a smaller venue. But let's think about all of a sudden a whole bunch more cases start popping up, and there is huge rushes on the store. What happens when the trucks stop rolling? When truckers go, screw this, I'm going home. I'm not going to jump in my truck and take supplies anywhere. Stores don't have the backup food, folks. You better get what you can as soon as you possibly can. Do it now. If you haven't done it yet, if you haven't been listening to me for the last 3 weeks, say get ready, get prepared, then I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. But again, if you're going to get out there and you're going to go shopping, Do it late at night. Do it early in the morning. Do it when the crowds are not there. That's the best time to do it. Hey, Tam, let's see. Hold on a second. He says, bio and water filter. I have bullet press and no medication and very little food. I have thousands of gallons of filtered water in reserve. Okay, so then water is not a priority. So, focus on your food, your medicines. That's what I would suggest then. And Asif, beware of the Ides of March, mass quarantines in the U.S. Well, like I said, I just talked, a couple days ago, and I said the next month will be really interesting. The next 4 weeks will be really interesting. And thank you both for the donation as well. I do appreciate that. The next 4 weeks are going to be really interesting as things continue to accelerate, which they already are. I have said I believe they would accelerate, and they have. I think they will continue to accelerate. It's very, very scary. It really, really is. And people need to think about those things, everything that's going on. But as far as getting out to get things, pick your times to get it. If you can shop online, get things like I just ordered 2 more water filters, okay, or 2 sets, so 4 more filters for my Berkey water system. All right. Normally they came on and they said it ships in 1 to 2 days. They said there is going to be 6 to 10 days. So everything is delayed. So the sooner you can get things coming to you, the better off you're going to be. That would absolutely be my suggestion. And I got to show this cool mug again that Mountain Girl sent to me. So thank you very much, Mountain Girl. Like I said, I'll be drinking this in the halls of Valhalla. So Viking Norse mythology is my favorite. I absolutely love it. Should have been a Viking in another life. I may have been. I don't know. If I was, I guarantee I was a soldier. So, when am I having my kids come home? That's a great question. And again, I'm paying attention. My son doesn't have a lot of outside exposure because he stays with his mom and they pretty much stay in the house all the time. So I'm not so much worried about him. I'm more worried for Heather with being in college. I think as things accelerate, I think you're going to see these universities closing down. We have the spring break coming up here shortly, and she plans on coming home from that as well, for coming home then. I think in that time period, we're going to see a lot of things happening. And so hopefully we can make decisions based on that at that point in time, if she goes back or not. And I think so she's got like this week, and then I think she's on vacation. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we just have to be smart about stuff. Hey, Tam, vendors. I don't know what vendors to recommend to you. I really don't. I mean, because as far as buying in bulk for food, just get to like your Sam's Clubs and those type of place. I don't know what else to tell you, my friend. I really don't, because I don't know exactly what you need. So it's like I can't say go get this, go get that if I don't know exactly. If you want, shoot me an email and I will try to help you that way. Okay, at preppernurse1@yahoo.com. Try that. Okay. Anyway, guys, if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I would definitely appreciate it. I see we're at 3.3 in the chat, which is amazing, which is very, very cool. We got 1.4 on the thumbs up. So if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, if you would do that, that would be great. And thank you ahead of time for that. So what I was going to say here, guys, there was a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to make sure I got out to you today. But if you haven't done your preps, get out there and get them done. The freeze-dried food companies, all of them are behind. The one that I represent, which is Legacy Freeze-Dried Foods, they are talking a 30 to 45 day delay in getting products in. So, I mean, if you want something, I recommend that you go and get that freeze-dried food, get it ordered, because when it comes in, then it gets out to you right away. So again, that's an option. Freeze-dried food is a great thing to have. I have it in my preps, but you need your canned goods, you need your dry goods, you need all those type of things. And I think that's really important to have. And so hopefully you guys are doing that. Stock up on ways to have fresh water. Having fresh water is going to be a huge key on this whole thing. Really, really important as well. So definitely, definitely do that. I wanted to go over some numbers really quickly with you guys. They're official numbers. They're saying 88,371 infected worldwide. They're saying that there have been, let's see, what do we got? We have 2,996 deaths officially, which we know the number is much, much higher. And they're saying 42,000 people have now recovered. So, if you looked at that, that's like 50% of the people are fine and everything's great. But are those the real numbers? When you have in South Korea, you have 3,736 cases already with 17 deaths. In Italy, you're at 1,694 infected. Oh, hold on a second. I missed somebody saying something here, guys. Hold on. Unrelated travels. Trucker here. I've been running bottled water loads all week. Haven't seen since Hurricane Michael. I'll keep trucking. Just stay out of my way. There you go. And thank you very much for the donation. And thank you very much for that information. I am sure everything is in short supply and going to continue. It's only going to get worse. It is only going to get worse with the supply chain. I'm telling you guys right now. But then you have 34 deaths in Italy. Possibly the Pope may also be infected, and we'll get into that in a second. Iran, 978 infected with 54 deaths. Now, why do I say possibly the Pope is infected? The Pope is sick right now, as anybody knows and pays attention to it. The emissary from Iran has died that was dealing with the Pope directly. That gentleman has died from the virus. So now the Pope is sick. Does this Pope have it? He's an older gentleman, probably more compromised. Who knows? Something to think about. Something to think about. And I'm telling you right now, if he does die from it, they will not say that he died from that. I can tell you that right now. I don't believe that they would announce that the Pope passed away from that. I don't think that they would do that. But again, and here's, there's so much stuff going on out there, guys. A lot of people spreading all kinds of stuff. This is fake. There's nothing to it. This is a big psych op. It's phony. Hey, Tam, email sent. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I will definitely look for that, and thank you very much for the donation again. Let's see. The Seekers, Governor Cuomo just confirmed first case in New York State. Well, I can't believe it. It's about freaking time. Thank you very much for that donation as well. I do appreciate that. I can't believe they actually confirmed. Well, there's another one then. So the numbers are going to go up. I know that there have been cases in New York right along. Guaranteed there have been. Hey, Mike Bushman. Ed, what happens if you have the virus now but don't know the cause or incubation period? Do you have, hold on one second. Do you have someone that's going to help you if you are deadly sick? Yeah, I have people that will help me. I do. And thank you very much for that donation. And thank you for that comment as well. I'm going to tell you what, if I got sick or anybody else that I cared for, I'm going to tell you right now, with my loved ones, guarantee you I will help my loved ones. I don't care if they're sick or not. I mean, I will protect myself, but I will help them. That is the medical person in me. The people in my group, I'll do the same thing for. Okay. Guaranteed that as well. It's what I do. It's what I've always done. Now, am I going to go into a hospital with hundreds and hundreds of sick people that possibly have the virus and volunteer? Not happening. No, because then you're just asking for it. A lot of healthcare workers are getting it. A lot of healthcare workers are sick. What you have to understand, there's not enough proper equipment available for this type of thing. And I don't care how much 3M amps up what they're trying to produce. It's going to take a while for them to get it produced up to where they need to be. Okay. When you have the government telling you not to wear a mask, you don't need to wear a mask. It's time to wear a mask. That's kind of my thought on that. There's a lot more going on than we are being told. I've been saying that right along. We're given a lot of misinformation. They don't have enough test kits to test everybody on top of everything else. So that's something to think about as well. But, just think about those things because, it's very, very, this is serious. If you think that this is a joke, if this is fake, if you think whatever it is, look at the money that is being thrown into this thing. Look at the money alone. Look at the stop production. Look at this loss of revenue. Look at what has happened to the stock market. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the stock market this week. Right, the last I saw, the indications were that it's going to open up lower again on Monday, which is not a surprise, okay? It's not a surprise. Pay attention to these things, guys, because everything has a snowball effect. The more people get out there and say nothing to worry about, everything's fine, the more there is to worry about. Hey, First Watch, let me see. Comes up W2, can't change the amount. That's fine. That's fine. Well, thank you very much for the donation. That's fine. Don't even worry about it. I appreciate the donation, so thank you so much. Again, guys, just be proactive. Don't listen to the BS. Don't listen to all the phony cures out there. There is no cure at this point. I don't care what anybody's feeding you. I have the miracle cure. If I come out to you tomorrow and said, oh, listen, guys, I have the miracle cure. Send me your money and I'll send you this cure out. That's BS. Don't fall for it, okay? For me or anybody else, there is no cure for this thing right now. The best thing that you can do for yourselves is boost your immune systems. Josh, 3,500 Cummings. Let's see. How long do you think stores will be out of food? Thank you for that donation, and thank you very much for that comment. Again, it's all going to depend on if the trucks stop running. If the truckers stop delivering and they're not out on the roads bringing in stuff, there's not going to 3 days. The stores will be out of stuff within 3 days because they don't have the backup. They just don't. Cold Blue Gaming. Hold on a second. Do you know about Directive 51? I do not. I will check into it though. But thank you for that donation. Hey, the Maverick Prepper. Wars, floods, wildfires, locusts, economic collapse, coronavirus sounds almost biblical. Well, every generation has that happen. So, but thank you very much for that donation. And First Watch says, I'll keep doing. Okay. And thank you, all of you. Thank you for those donations as well. You know what? Everybody wants to put the biblical spin on it, and that's fine if that's your thing and that's what you think. But you got to remember, guys, when World War I happened, that was the end of the world. When World War II happened, that was the end of the world. Keep doing it, he says, Fire Watch. Okay. Thank you very much. And thank you for that donation as well. Again, every generation has the event that happens that, oh my God, this is it. This is the end of the world as we know it. Granted, the planet goes in cycles. The planet changes. It gets hot. It gets cold. It gets hot. It gets cold. It happens all the time. L. Gibson, longtime prepper here, decided to take stock in my inventory. Lo and behold, have N95s that I forgot I had. Check your preps, folks. You know what? And that's a great comment because I'm going to tell you why. If you guys, anybody that's been watching my channel for any length of time knows that I did an inventory this last summer. I went through everything and cleaned up and got rid of a bunch of garbage that I needed to get rid of. But I found a lot of things that I'm like, oh my God, that's where that is. Like my gas masks. I found my gas masks. I knew I had them. I just didn't know where they were. But I found them. So that's a great advice. And thank you very much, L. Gibson, for that donation as well. Go through your preps, folks. Make sure you see what you have. X-Bones, for your prep fund. Wait, hold on one second. Let me just... with your advice and help, I've finished my preps in 2016. It's just a feeling knowing that you are capable of handling most situations. You know what? And you're 100% right. And thank you very much. I appreciate that. And that's the biggest thing, folks, with prepping. Prepping is about peace of mind more than anything else. It's hedging your bets. I mean, it's another form of insurance. I know that when I go to bed at night, if I wake up tomorrow and the world has ended as we know it, I can help me and mine, okay? I know I can because I've prepared for that. Now, do we prepare for every contingency and are ready for whatever? You're never going to never finish prepping, ever. Hey, VR, masks have expiration dates. Yes, the N95s and all those are only good for so long. You are right. 454 Tiger, get those gardens in, hold on a second. Your herbal meds, modern medicine doesn't work. Continue to pre-op, be prepared. Yes, exactly. Thank you very much for that donation. And the thing is, be as ready as you can be. Knowing how to garden is important. I've been preaching that for a while. Hey, Merry Christmas. Thank you very much for the donation, and thank you for that comment as well. But again, guys, it's... whatever you believe in is fine. I absolutely have no problem with whatever anybody believes in. I really don't. And I respect your right to believe whatever you want. Hey, Typo, mask in the ozone bag equals clean mask. There you go. That's right. Yeah, if you can keep things squared away, hidden away, sealed up, ready to go. That's a really good thing to do. Hey, John, I hauled, hold on a second. I hauled out of port in Tacoma this week, brought products from Japan to Minnesota. Wow, that's very cool. Sunshine, I think it's Sunshine Girl. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. I'm feeling that you're present pulling home all the troops. Oh, yeah, and from Afghan is partly a protector or a precursor to martial law. You know what? I don't think that's what it is. Getting the troops out of Afghanistan is long overdue. We've been over there way too long, and let them all kill each other, and who cares? I know why they're really there, for the minerals and everything else like that. That's why they're really there. Hey, Timothy, best advice for a college student, get home advice. I will, just give me 1 second. Hold on, it's going fast, guys, and I apologize. Minnesota Prepper, prep on, buddy. Thank you very much. Best advice for a college student to get home, make sure you have a bug out bag. Make sure you have 3-4 days worth of food, a way to process water, way to start a fire, rain gear, warm socks, extra socks, depending on where you are in the country. Make sure you have a hat and gloves, long johns, all those type of stuff. Keeping warm and dry, protect your feet and your hands. Those are the ones that are going to freeze first in cold weather. Travel at night, keep a low profile, try to stay away from crowds if you have to get home in a bad situation. That would be my advice. I hope that helps. But I know we're at 3,500 people in the chat. That is absolutely wild. Guys, if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, we're at 1.7. The record's like 2.3, I think, is where we were for thumbs up. So if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, if you would do that to show support, I absolutely would appreciate that. And thank you ahead of time. Let's see if we can break the thumbs up record too. We already smashed the record for people in the chat. I mean, I think our old record was 2.5, I think. And now we're sitting at 3,500 people in the chat, which is awesome. So thank you, everybody new coming in here, checking us out tonight. I appreciate that. If you are not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you hit that bell icon so you get all notifications as well. But I think things are going to continue to get worse, folks, in my opinion. I really do. I think you're going to see more cases. You're going to see more deaths. And again, I'm giving you my opinion here, okay? I'm not giving you, this is what I know, but this is what I feel, okay? I think you're going to see stores continue to empty out as people panic. Hey, Asif, filled up the gas. Hold on a second. Filled up the gas tank to my car today. You know what? I'm going to tell you what. Never let your gas tanks get below a half a tank of gas, folks, either. That's important as well. You get to a half a tank, make sure you fill up. I'm keeping everything topped off just in case. What I'm going to be doing here, I may do it tomorrow. I plan on buying a couple more gas cans and just even 2 more 5-gallon cans and adding another 10 gallons to my stash just because, gut feeling is that we are in for a very, very bumpy ride. It may take a while and it may be a slow acceleration, but I think as things accelerate, then you're going to see a lot more panic happening. The best thing you can do is avoid those crowds. Get out there early, get out there late, and do your shopping then if you haven't done it already. Be as prepared as you can be. Tie up loose ends. Pull money out of the bank, okay? You look at what's happening in China. They're having runs on the banks. If you can get money out of the bank and have cash on hand, that's a smart thing to do, okay? So definitely be prepared the best way that you possibly can be. That is absolutely, and hopefully that's good advice that you guys, because if somebody was like, well, why would the power go out when I talked about a possibility of power outages? If there's nobody there, there's still going to be storms. Life is still going to go on. Virus happening or not happening, life is still going to go on. Hold on. X-Bones. Let's see. Hold on a second. Prepping does indeed give you peace of mind. By the way, thanks for your mods for the cherry juice tip for gout. It really helped my dad. Oh, very cool. So one of the mods said that, and so thank you, whoever said that. And then we got Tam. Donna asked if liquor root is effective against the virus. Again, guys, as of right now, there is no cure for the virus. They don't know what's going to cure this virus. They don't have a cure, okay? They're working on trying to figure things out. But The biggest advice as far as trying to be ready for the virus is boost your immune systems. Get proper rest, okay? None of us get proper rest. None of us do, okay? But try to get as much rest as you possibly can. Vitamin C, vitamin D. Make sure you're taking your... hold on, I got a cat that's demanding my attention. Hold on. What? You want to go outside? Yeah, well, I heard you. Yes. Oh. Sorry about that. It's my full-time job. I'm a professional doorman. Hey, Pamela Dean. Went to Costco and... hold on a second. Went to Costco in Rochester today. Very packed, but eerily quiet crowd. Wow, okay. And that's right down the road from me. So thank you very much for that donation. And thank you for that information. It doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't have been in a store today, to be honest with you. Too many people that you don't know where they've been or who they've been around. That's being cautious. Okay. That's just the best way you can do it, is to be cautious that way. Try to avoid those crowds if you absolutely can. And thank you so much again for that donation. I do appreciate that. And zinc is the other one I was going to say. Make sure you're boosting your immune systems, guys. Make sure you're getting your rest, taking your vitamin C, vitamin D, your zinc. Make your immune system stronger, okay? That's going to be your first line of defense that you can do. There is no cure, okay? Hold on a second. I want to make sure I read that comment. Sherry Ann McFarland, is it safe to be going to PT? Wish I could do more. Public transportation. Just be cautious. Hey, P. Kelly, do you have a minimal amount on hand of cash to keep? You know what? It's based. Well, let me answer the first question first. Public transportation, just be careful. If you have to wear gloves and you have to wear a mask, do it. Who cares what people think, okay? You're protecting yourself and you're protecting your family. That would be my advice if you have to use public transportation, okay? As far as the second question, let me go back to it now because, of course, I forgot what you said. Minimal amount of cash to keep on hand. Okay. My advice, whatever you're comfortable having in the house, depends on how much you have in the bank. I don't care if it's a couple $100. I don't care if it's $50. Have something that you can use really quickly if things go south, that you have something to work with. If you can have silver, real silver, your pre-1964 older quarters, dimes, your half dollars, your 50-cent pieces, your silver dollars. If you can get them, okay? Because if things go really, really bad, all that paper money that you have is not going to be worth squat. It may be for a very short time, but in the long run, it's not going to be worth nothing. Having tradable goods, having things that people want is what's going to be worth something, okay? Again, I will say this, make sure you have a way to protect what you have. Couple different ways, okay? Silently would be a really good thing. That would be your crossbow and those type of things, all right? Really important because you can do what you need to do. A crossbow or a compound bow, it doesn't matter. I have a cat down here that needs attention, so I'm petting him. That way you can do things quietly. If you have to hunt or take out somebody that's trying to hurt you and yours without drawing attention to everybody else. Definitely have other things to be able to protect yourself with as well, and make sure you have plenty of ammo. That would absolutely be my advice as far as that goes. Hey, Asif, if possible, hold on a second. 2 weeks of cash for expenses. Yeah, if you can do it, actually, like I say, financial planners say that you should have 3 to 6 months of cash available to you for an emergency. Now, do you want to keep that kind of money in your house? Probably not. But, if you can do it financially, I would suggest at least having a couple grand if you can do it. I don't know what people have available, but definitely try to do the best you can with that. Guys, we're at 2,000 thumbs up. We got to try to bust this number. We're at almost 50 minutes into the chat. So we're obviously, we had the one screw up, which is great. So hopefully we don't have any more. But if you could hit that thumbs up button, I mean, we got more than enough people to break this record. We need, now we're at 2.1. So 2,500 was the record for thumbs up. So we got to beat it. We got enough people. So if you haven't shot that thumbs up yet, guys, to show support for the channel, please do that. I appreciate that if you would do that. And can I go longer? I can go a little bit late. I'll do a little bit longer than an hour tonight. I'm not locked in to anything. So yeah, I will go longer, Ladybug. I'll stay on for a little bit longer tonight. We'll stay on till at least, let's say, 20 after 9. That's what we'll do. Hold on one second. Here we got Lindsay. Lindsay just said, what water filter I have if I live on the Bay of Norfolk, Virginia? What should you have? Ed, help me and my family be happily prepared. Well, very cool. And thank you very much. I'm glad I did. Water filter, it comes down to what your flavor is. There's a lot of different ones out there. I've shown, if you go back and look at some of my videos, one of the things when I got back from vacation, I showed right away, I picked up some different water filters. Let me look and see. Let me check real quick and see if I have one that I can show you right away. Hold on. Of course, I don't have them handy, and I apologize for that, but there's a certain brand that I like. What I'll do is I'll find it, and I'll show it. I'll do it in tomorrow's video, so definitely check tomorrow's video. I'll show you what water filter I recommend that you guys get, okay? And off the top of my head, I can't think of it. Well, Berkey is one for your house. Berkey you should have for your house for sure. I love my Berkey. They're awesome, but that's for your house. But if you have to bug out, there's a different water filter. Oh, Tango made, okay, hold on a second. Let me go back up then. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see. My goodness, where is that? I'm not seeing it. No, it's not the Life Straw, guys. Let me see. Trying to look here, guys, so hold on. I was told there was a, I'm not seeing it, so I apologize, guys. If you've made a donation and I didn't see it, I apologize. Sorry about that. Katadyn is good. The Sawyer is not really what I would do. Hey, Percy, do you recommend water gallon? Oh, wait, hold on. Do you recommend water gallons for storage? Yeah, what I would recommend as far as if you can do it, the Katadyn is a great one. The mini Sawyer, yes, I think that was what I was looking at. The Sawyers, the Sawyer minis, those were the ones I was talking about. Yeah, I think that's the one. So guys, I'm sorry. As far as large storage, get a 55-gallon drum. The plastic drums they have, great ones to have. You got all your water. You got, like I said, over 50 gallons of water in one spot. And if you can do that, okay. The jugs of water, guys, you're looking, they're not the best thing to have. In a pinch, it'll work. It absolutely will work in a pinch. Yep, everybody's saying the mini Sawyer now. Yeah, the mini Sawyer is the one. So that's the one I would recommend you get if you have to bug out. Also, the Katadyn is also a good one to have to bug out. Again, it's also lightweight. But the biggest thing is with the mini Sawyer, you want to make sure that you don't let the membrane freeze. Once the membrane freezes, it compromises the unit, okay? So that's something to think about as well. Should we pay our homes off? I mean, right now, I would take the approach of wait and see what's going to happen here. Because if things truly go belly up, which they could, there's not going to be any paying anything off because there's not going to be anybody to collect. So the biggest thing that you should be doing right now is preparing to help yourself and your families. That's what you should be doing more than anything else. Getting food in place, making sure you have water. You can purify water, okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm just going to use this as an example. Let's say this is it. This is the big one. And let's say that the death rate is, let's say 25%. 25% of the people. So you're going to have people locking in, not leaving, because they don't want to get out there. They don't want to get sick. They don't want to die. And when the ones that are getting sick and surviving, I've heard it's the worst feeling that they've ever had in their life. It's way worse than the flu. Okay. So I've heard that. I can't verify that is the truth, but that's what I'm hearing. So let's say that's the case. People are going to be locked in. They're not going to be going anywhere. Do you know if UV lighting kills? You know what, Grizzly? I don't. The COVID-19, I don't. Again, they don't know. They don't know how long it lives on the surface. They don't know how to kill it. Most people, hold on a second. 454 Tiger, most people here can think that the third virus can't hurt them. That's exactly our Achilles heel. Exactly. Well, and the thing is, what'll kill more people than the virus after an event, and let's say everything goes to complete crap, dysentery will kill more people than the virus. Let's see. XLS Bones, thank God we should be bugging in. Just remember, a gallon of water is 5 pounds. Exactly. You're talking about a lot of weight. Hey, Diane McDonald. First confirmed case here in New Hampshire today. Yes, I talked about that earlier. I saw that, and I saw that, the first confirmed case. Now, and somebody else in the chat just said we had our first confirmed case in New York as well, which, like I said, I think this is just going to get worse. Hey, L. Gibson. Tango did in 1999 and said, hold on a second. Now you're going by too fast. War tactics have changed. Make sure you have modern day Minutemen for what you do. Oh, yeah, you know what? And thank you very much. And I appreciate you giving a donation to make sure I read his comment. I appreciate that. And so anyway, Tango's right. Be ready. Militarily wise, if you can have policemen, if you can have ex-military in your groups, if you can group up with those type of people, it's a good group to be involved with. Again, you just want to be careful who you're grouping up with. Hold on one second. We got Baroness Machiavelli. I like that. It's a good name. I have mentally challenged sister who loves going to adult daycare, but I'm wondering when I should start keeping her home. It's such a break for her and myself. What would you recommend? Thank you for that donation. And what I would say at this point in time, just keep paying attention to stuff. If you're starting to see people really get sick a lot more, again, the biggest thing what we got to pay attention to, guys, is we're not going to get all the information out of the news. That we already know, right? So we already know that we're not going to get all our information from the news. What we need to think about is where we're getting our information from. You get it from yourself by paying attention to what's going on. Pay attention to what the governments are doing. Pay attention to what's happening at your local hospitals. Hey, X-Bones, 1 gallon of water is nearly 8 pounds. Oh, wow, okay. Well, I know you need 1 gallon per person per day. So that's something to think about, too. That's for washing up, cooking, and cleaning. 1 gallon per person per day is a rule of thumb. So you figure for one person, for 2 weeks, you're looking at 14 gallons of water. That's something to think about. So it's, and you probably wouldn't do a whole lot of washing or cleaning. You would probably save it for drinking if it was a worst case scenario and you were trying to bug in. So those are things to think about as well. But, as far as your sister goes, and thank you again for that donation, just pay attention to what is going on around you. You're going to know the time. They may close these facilities down and say, we're suspending it for right now because too many people are sick or staff is sick. You're going to see these things continue to happen. When the staff's sick, and here's something I want you to think of. Let's talk about sick staff. Let's talk about that for a second. Now, this is for my nurses, my CNAs, my doctors out there. How many times facilities, management, they don't care if you're sick or not. They still want you to come to work, okay, because they're already short-staffed. So they want that warm body in there, and they don't care if you're sick. They want you there, and they'll threaten your job and everything to make sure you show up. That happens a lot, guys. So hold on a second. We got Slaves to Society. I like that name. Prepper Nurse, this is going to be the big one. Simpsons hide the date on the video. Slave Society says stay safe. Thank you very much. Slaves to Society. I love that name. That's awesome. And thank you so much for that donation as well. I do appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, there is this is getting real. And, we need to continue to pay attention to what is going on. It's not panic time yet, okay? Panic time is going to come, guys. I'm telling you right now, you're going to see it. It's already started. The panic buying has already started. So hopefully you guys have been getting out there and getting your stuff. Like I said, I did not leave my house this weekend. I stayed home this weekend because I did not want to be out in the public. I may hit the store tomorrow. And if I do, I'm either going to go very, very early in the morning or I'm going to go late at night. So usually if I'm going to go late at night, what I'll do is I'll do these live streams and then I'll wait for an hour or two and then I'll go to the store. So I'll go to the store at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's nobody in there, very few people in there. And that's when I go to the store because it's like, I don't want to deal with the crowds with this whole situation happening. You don't want to put yourself and your family in danger. So that, again, that's thinking ahead. Again, push your immune systems, guys. Especially if you're compromised, if you have any kind of compromised, be it from cancer, anything that's going to compromise, and then any kind of immune deficiency, you're the ones that really need to be watching what you're doing, who you're hanging out with, and where you're going. Burning Hearth Homestead, Sam's Club online is out of rice. Wow. Well, I know I was at Sam's Club the other day, and they were very, very low on rice the other day. So people are waking up, and I'm telling you what, and here's what's you're going to see happening too. You're going to see price gouging. And if you haven't already seen it, things are going to go up because the demand is there. People want the stuff. They're going to pay more for it. That's why we prep, because we prep when the prices are low, when we didn't have to worry about those things, and we can get a whole bunch of stuff and not have to worry about that type of stuff. So what do we have? We have 3.3 people in the chat. We're at 2.3 on the thumbs up. We got to break that record, guys. 2.5 is the record. Oh, we just crossed 2.4. So we got to hit 2.6 on the thumbs up, okay? So if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, please do so. We got to break that record. We already broke the record for people in the chat tonight with 3,500 people in the chat. So, again, if you haven't shot that thumbs up yet, please do so. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so if you like what we're doing here. Again, and make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So I appreciate that ahead of time, guys. What do we got here? But again, pay attention to what's going on with the market tomorrow, too. I think that'll be interesting. If it's going to be artificially propped up or if people are really going to start, the people are panicking. You've seen it last week. Stock market, lost 12% last week. I think you'll see more of that happening. Okay. I think you really, truly will. So again, these are things we got to pay attention. You pay attention to everything. And that's why I've been preaching this for a while. The time, that window of opportunity, guys, is really getting narrow. And again, avoid crowds if you can. Just stay away from people that you don't need to be around. All my medical staff people out there, please protect yourselves, guys, because, and when I say my medical people, I'm even talking the secretaries that work in the offices and stuff like that. You're all part of that machine that works. And, you guys go down and you're out. Who's taking care of the people then? That's what people need to think about. Hey, buddy, what's going on? So, sorry. I have these are my children, and they demand my attention when they demand it. Asif, 38 thumbs down. People need, hold on a second. People need lots of hugs. Yes, Dad. Yeah, they do. And Kimberly, thank you very much for that donation as well. I do appreciate that. You know what? You're always going to have people that hate you no matter what. I'm going to tell you what, and I'll just put it like this. Let's say Jesus Christ had a channel. People would thumbs him down and they would hate him. Hey, Percy. Hold on a second. Let's see. YouTube unsubscribed me from your channel, and I had to resub. You know what? They do that as well. They've been doing that for a while now. That's been going on probably 8 months now. A lot of games happening. I mean, you look at what happens with the live streams, guys. I mean, we got not even a minute into the first take here, and it went kapoo. So, what are you going to do? So we're at 2.5 now, guys, on the thumbs up. Got to break it. We got to hit 2. If we hit 2.6, I'll stop asking. You guys can still hit the thumbs up, but let's see. We got. Hey, Bones. I brought most of my food preps in Florida before I moved to the Ozarks. I use Gordon Food Service Storage, real bulk items, super cheap, no membership required. Very cool. Thank you for that information, and hopefully somebody can take advantage of that. And I'm glad you're up in the Ozarks now. It's a safer place to be than Florida. Florida is a very unsafe place to be, especially if things go south. because in the summer times, like I said, power outages will happen, folks. And because people are not going to be going to work, those things are definitely, if this is the true super crisis type of situation, people will not go to work. There's not going to be anybody to repair the damage from storms and everything like that. People are going to be without power. It is going to happen. So, be prepared for those things to happen as well. I mean, if you have a major disaster and people are quarantined and locked down in place, right? What happens? People are not going to go out there to repair things. It's just not going to happen because they're going to be concerned for their own safety and taking care of their own families. I'm going to tell you what, linemen that get out there every day, they're risking their lives every day. So, just even on a regular basis. So, that's something to think about. Do you fear YouTube shutting you down? I don't think so, because I'm not preaching, I'm not doing fear mongering. I'm trying to be more in the common sense aspect of everything. I'm not spreading false information. I'm spreading information that we're giving. I'm spreading information as far as my observations. And I always say, this is my opinion and this is what we're being told. So, even the U.S. government has said the numbers coming out of China are inaccurate. Other governments have said the same thing. So me repeating what our own government is saying or other governments around the world, that's not fear-mongering. That's not spreading false information. I spread preparedness. I spread calmness. I'm trying to teach you guys to be prepared to help yourselves. My biggest thing is I want you all to help yourself. That's more than anything else. That's my goal, is for you to be in a situation where you help yourself. And I know a lot of you have contacted me privately through email or through text or whatever, through my Facebook page and all that, and said that you have prepped because I got you going. And that makes me feel good. It really does, because you're able to help yourselves and your own families. Hey, Tom Reed, thank you very much for that donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. So what I'm going to do now, guys, and I'm going to do it now because we'll go to 20 after, because it's 9:07 right now. We'll go to 20 after 9, but I'm going to do this part of it now to get it out of the way. I see we hit our record for thumbs up. So thank you guys for that. 2.6 is the new record for that. So thank you. We are Legion, folks. We are this huge family of people. We are a huge group of people. Legion in the good way, not in the bad biblical way. Hey, Baroness, let's see. Hold on a second. I want to see what she said here real quick. In Southwest Florida, Lee County, I just moved down here 2 years ago. That's something I did worry about, prolonged heat with no air. That is something to think about. You are absolutely correct. And now, see, people are getting ahead of me here. I'm not going to even start reading these ones yet, guys. You guys are getting too far ahead of me. Don't forget your fur babies. Well, yep, exactly while you're prepping. Grizz just said that. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Emma just said, is anyone's Dollar Tree emptying out as well? She's asking that question. So you guys are getting ahead of me. I haven't even finished yet. But anyway, we are Legion because we are many. Not in the bad biblical way, but in a good way, because we're a huge family of people. You guys are already all way ahead of me here. Where's everybody from? We already got it going. We got the UK. We got San Francisco, Florida, Queens Creek, Arizona, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Ohio, Indiana, Oklahoma again. Let's see. We got Missouri, Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, the UK and London. Very nice. We have Verona, New York, Northern Kentucky. I just saw Toronto go by, Philadelphia, Texas, New Jersey, Maryland, Kentucky, San Diego, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, Texas. And guys, when you're giving a donation at this point, I can't read them. I apologize, but thank you. California, New Zealand, Indiana, Salt Lake City, Nevada. We have Florida, Michigan, New Jersey, the UK again. We have Kansas just went by, Chile, nice. Norway, I just saw Norway. We have Pennsylvania again, Kuntz, Pennsylvania. Let's see, Washington, Central Connecticut, very nice. New Hampshire, very nice. Puerto Rico, very good. Let's see, we have, I'm seeing Brazil. If that's real, that's cool. If it's real, Toledo, Ohio. So nobody's done it yet, so I got to do it. Massachusetts, even though I know it's wrong. Illinois, New Jersey, Australia, California, Sweden. Very nice. Alabama, Detroit, Michigan, Let's see. We have Virginia again, Alabama, Minnesota, Houston, Texas, Jacksonville, North Carolina. Let's see. Vegas, Brazil again. We have, guys, it's all over the place. Let's see. Long Island, very nice. Somebody said Antarctica. Yeah, I believe that. There's a big group of guys down there following me. Binghamton, New York, Nevada. All right, so I'm going to stop that for now, guys. But anyway, we're all over the place. We're all over this country. We're this huge family, this huge group of people. There's nothing that can stop us if we work together. If we connect and we network and work together, there's nothing's going to stop us. Hidden Pines, hold on a second. I'm going to come back to you. Good talk tonight. Thank you very much. And you still didn't send me an email, Hidden Pines, and give me your number. I know you're local. I know you are. So we got to talk. So shoot me an email, preppernurse1@yahoo.com. Give me your number. I'll give you a call. So I just saw Wyoming there. Very nice. But Anderson, South Carolina, Missouri, Fresno, California, Oregon, Spokane, Washington, Minnesota, Nevada, Florida. There's my Massachusetts, Tennessee, Wyoming again, Pittsburgh, Anderson, South Carolina again. So anyway, guys, yeah, it's, like I said, I'm always going to preach calmness. I'm always going to preach preparedness. I'm always going to be your best advocate. Help yourselves, help your family, okay? Because I really think that's important. We need to be proactive. Networking is hugely, hugely important. Again, with the great way to network is on my website. We have the Prepper Nurse One community on the website, okay? If you go in there, it's free to join. It does not cost anything. We set that up for you guys so you can network, talk to other people. Great message boards on there. A lot of information people are sharing. Again, if you want to talk with somebody that's like-minded, I love talking with like-minded people because everybody else thinks that we're nuts, but, it's proving that we're not, okay? If you want to try to connect with people to form a group or just talk to somebody in your own state, we have states, countries, we have individualized group, we have a handicap group, we have the singles group, we have the seniors group. So go in there, check it out, join us. Like I said, it doesn't cost anything. It's absolutely free. Okay, so definitely take advantage of that as well. Southern Boy Prepper, 10. Thank you very much for that donation. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's very nice of you. LPN for 25 years and retired. Yep, me too. 5 years as a CNA, 25 as an LPN, and that was enough. So let's talk about that for a second. Things get worst case scenario, and they say everybody that was ever a nurse, you're called back into duty. Were you going? I'm not. I'll tell you that right now. There's no way. No way I'm going. Absolutely not. So I'd like to hear from you other guys what you guys think. Anybody that's retired in nursing. Are you going or not? Let's see what we got. How will we hear about it if things go south? Well, you're gonna be able to know if things go south. I mean, if things continue to decelerate, you're seeing a stock market continue to crash. You're seeing more and more cases pop up. Your local hospitals are filling up. Hey, Kitty Rose. Let me see. Any chance you'll do a D Live? I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do that or not, Kitty. I may. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not yet. But I may do that. So thank you very much for that donation as well. I might get set up over there. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will definitely tell. Will you take a vaccine? Absolutely not. I'm not taking any vaccine. That's another thing I won't do. And see, here's something I want. Let's get a misconception out of the way. Thank you for bringing that up, by the way. Remain calm, all is well. Yes, yes in the movie, exactly. And thank you very much for that donation as well. Here's a misnomer that's going out there. Oh, this whole thing leads up. I'm going to say it. So this whole thing leads up. It's going to be forced inoculations, and then you have to take the chip. What is this fascination with people and the chip? I truly don't get it. There's not ever going to be forced vaccinations in that aspect. If you refuse to take a vaccination, what are they going to do? They can maybe restrict what you do, but that's about it. They can't force you to take a vaccination. There is not going to be any chip, folks. They're not doing this thing to get rid of currency, to get rid of paper money. and then force everybody to get a chip and do it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, okay? So please, the people that are saying that, stop. And the rest of you, please don't listen to that. Maria Blackwell, what happened to the election? Well, that'll be interesting to see what happens with that. I think it's going to be a very interesting thing with that whole situation. But time will tell. Time will tell. Think about all the rallies. All these people going to these rallies for Democrats and Republicans. Man, you would not catch me in that crowd for nothing. Free tickets in the front row to get to shake the president's hand. Not interested. Not going. Okay. Or any of the other candidates. Hang out with a day with Biden and have lunch. And join him at the rally. No thanks. I don't want to be with it. I don't want to be with a crowd. I don't want to be in that position. Okay. There's things that we can do to help ourselves. Okay. So I'm gonna run over that really quickly. What can we do to help ourselves with this? Again, boost your immune systems. If you are compromised in any way, please, I would be self-quarantining already if you have a compromised immune system, just because there's way too many unknowns. We don't know how widespread this is. Second thing you can do, proper hand washing is a huge, huge thing. Make sure you're washing your hands. Make sure, like if you're going out in public, again, if you're going to hit in the elevators, use your knuckle, okay? Make sure that if you're at the gas station, you're wiping off the handle or using a paper towel to handle everything. There's a lot that we can do. Going in and out of a door that you don't have to pull, if you can push it with your butt, push it with your butt. Try to avoid shaking hands if you can. Fist bump if you have to. And just be honest. Say, listen, with everything's going on, I don't want to shake your hand, but I'll give you a fist bump. Because you're not touching your eyes and your mouth and your face with this part of your hand. You're touching it with your fingers. That's going to be the route of transmission, okay? Obviously, if you're around a bunch of people and people are sick and they're coughing and they're hacking, there's another route of transmission. So again, just be careful. Protect yourselves. There's a lot we can do to be proactive. 455 Tiger sent you an email on solar power. Would appreciate the help. Okay, yeah, I'll get back to you on that, I promise. And thank you for that donation as well. I'm going to talk about my solar real quick. Working with a company, they sent me a couple of batteries. I got to call them and talk to them because they're like, oh yeah, we want to sponsor you, we want to help you. So they send me these two batteries, and they're nice batteries. They are lithium-ion batteries, which are fantastic. But to run my system, I would need to have about 30 to 40 of those batteries. So that's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be talking with them and, see what we can work out. If I can't work out something with them, I have another avenue that I may pursue. I'm upgrading my batteries, and I'm going to be doing it soon, probably this week, one way or the other. So I will definitely let you guys know as far as that goes, what my game plan is for that as well. Okay. Again, guys, Thursday, I will be on Marv's show again. Really enjoyed, I've been on his show for 3 weeks straight. Again, go over to Marv's channel, show him some love. Marfugal News, tell him that Prepper Nurse 1 sent you, and, show support over there as well. I'll be on his show again on Thursday. So definitely check that out. It's generally been about 9 o'clock at night or a little bit later, East Coast time. So just look for us around that time, and we should be on. Okay. I'm going to ask one more time, thumbs up. We're at 2.7, which is obviously a new record. So thank you guys for that as well. We hit 3.5 in the chat tonight, which is also a new record, which is awesome. So thank you guys for that as well. Thank you everybody for the donations tonight. I really appreciate it. It all goes to help support what we're doing here. So that's very much appreciated. And even though YouTube takes their 30%, it's still very kind of you, and I do appreciate that. Anybody that sends me a donation through my PayPal account, through my donation button on my homepage, thank you guys for that as well. I do appreciate that. It's not taken lightly. I do appreciate everything that you guys do, so that does mean a lot. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember now more than ever. Because when this thing continues to get worse, which I believe that it will, we need to be working together, okay? Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, whatever you are trying to do, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you. Nobody else can stop you, okay? So stay positive, stay away from that negativity, protect yourselves, avoid crowds, do the shopping early or late. Just be safe, okay? And don't, I wouldn't listen to when they say don't wear a mask. I'd still wear a mask. If you want to wear a mask, that is your prerogative. You have the right to be able to protect yourself, okay? And so please do. Again, one last push for thumbs up. Let's see if we can hit 2.8 before I jump off of here. So if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, please do so. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you can get all the notifications. I'm happy to say 2 takes tonight. Awesome. But the first one was literally less than a minute in, and that one went kapooey. So they were up, and there we are, 2.8. Okay, guys, thank you, everybody. Thank you to my moderators, who are absolutely awesome. They do a great job. Thank you, guys, for staying on top of the chat and keeping it clean. I do appreciate that as well. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope everybody has a great night, and I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.